Hi everyone, welcome to Actual Spinster.
Oh my god. Hello, welcome to Actual Spinster. Today I have a guest with me. This is Mari.
Cut this in post.
We have another guest.
Hello.
Oh.
The most important guest of all.
And Lotta and Mari are here to talk about queer history, so...
Yeah. Thoughts? Alright.
Following on from the video that I made about like my queer history book things, I thought it would be fun if I asked Mari to like share some of hers. Partially because like obviously she has great taste, but also because she did do like an MA in queer history, which is quite interesting. And yeah.
I did have a slightly hard time thinking of things because some of the things, almost the things that I thought of, you had already talked about. But I think at least first to kind of follow up from Gentrification of the Mind is, not unexpectedly, My American History by Sarah Schulman. A kind of maybe companion piece to Gentrification of the Mind. I haven't really read this much. I like skimmed through parts of it and like dipped in and out of it for my degree. But the subtitle is Lesbian and Gay Life During the Reagan and Bush Years. And this one is a bit more like interviews and text rather than kind of her like just talking and thinking. Yeah, nice edition, kind of terrible font.
Oh no.
You know.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at least it has like large margins.
It's like fine, it's just very thin lines I find.
Mm.
So I'm like, what kind of papyrus shit is this?
Because also Sarah Schulman was part of the AIDS like oral history project.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
she has a lot of experience of like just interviewing people as part of
Yeah.
like.
And I don't have, I think I probably would have talked about it if I did have it as her new book, which
Act
I don't
Up.
remember the title of. Is it just Act Up? The Oral History Project, something like that. It's definitely, it's like a big book, I think like
It's like the
800
history
pages.
of ACT UP. Yeah, I think
The
it's
history of
just
ACT UP, yeah.
a political history of ACT UP.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay, yeah,
That's
that
what
sounds
it's
right.
called, yeah.
Which sounds very interesting and is definitely like kind of also attempting to be like a historical document, you know. But yeah, I think Sarah Schulman tries, you know, she always wants something with her writing, you know, she like does it very purposefully, so yeah.
Fun Sarah Schulman fact is like, you know, one of the like, I can't remember quite who it's with, I think it's like maybe someone called Zoe who's like an artist, like she did photography, and like she did this like interview with her, and like right at the beginning of the interview Sarah Schulman's just like, oh you have really beautiful eyes. I thought that was so
Very
iconic.
cute, yeah.
Wait, is that her?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Cute.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, I've read a lot of Sarah Schulman and I really like all of it. I then brought along one of the things we read for our first year of university. So I know we've both read this, but a part that I do think was kind of nice, I mean it is Metamorphosis by Ovid, who, you know, it's just, I mean it's a lot of trash, it's a lot of weird stuff in this. But there is one that I really liked, which is like kind of queer and trans little story of someone who falls in love and wants to get married, but they can't get married because they're the same gender, so then one of them gets their gender changed so they can get married, and it's really cute. And I think that like, I guess like myths and stories that kind of, that deal with queerness are interesting, both as like, as history and documentation and also as kind of seeing how it was othered in a sense, in a literary sense, so yeah.
It's so like Ianthe and Iphis.
Yeah, yeah, because I wanted to ask you if it was Iphis or Iphis, but you know, it's old. We I'm sure even the people who know don't know for sure. No, and I couldn't be bothered to look for the page numbers, and I'm sure it's different for everyone, but just Google like Ovid gay one and I'm sure you could find some stuff on it online.
Also actually Ali Smith wrote Gar Meets Boy, which is like a retelling of that myth.
Oh yeah.
Which is really fun, it's a really good book, like it's really great and dykey and stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I do think, and also with your like recent kind of reading a lot of Virginia Woolf and like all of these like literary oldish queer people, I do think that these kinds of stories were a lot of what you had to like connect through and like validate yourself through, even if it is maybe a bit of like a posh way to like connect to queerness.
Yeah, although obviously some of these things would be much more well known, maybe not that myth, but some of them would be much more well known than others.
Yeah.
In like the sense that, I don't know, they were like plays of them, or there would be like murals or art or whatever. But yeah, but I guess this also, the Bible's not very queer, is it? So
yeah, I did. Oh, I actually did want to talk about that, but then I was like, I haven't really read that very much. But the lesbians in the Bible, Ruth and someone else.
Ruth and Naomi.
Yeah, Ruth and Naomi, the ones who are like, yeah, there's a lot of interpretations and they kind of imply to be married and cute stuff, but like I don't know that story super well, and I don't know if I have my Bible here.
Yeah, the Book of Ruth is also like a classic convert book, so it actually hits the sweet spot
Yeah,
for
I
me
thought-
in multiple ways, so yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, what if, you know, you just know much more about it than me.
Great, okay, there's Ovid's Metamorphosis /
The gay one.
Yeah, the gay one.
And then the last one is more of a person, that it's Federico Garcia Lorca. He was a Spanish writer. He died in the 1930s. I think he was killed by Franco's regime for being anti-fascist gay poet. And he's written a lot of different stuff, and a lot of it is explicitly queer or gay, but you know, he was writing kind of critiques of fascism. I think it's a nice way in, even if it's not very like queer history, it is like a queer person's view of a political regime, which I think is, you know, that's historically significant. And also Anna Marie very nicely suggested that I become obsessed with the Spanish Civil War rather than the fashy history of the Olympics, I think because she doesn't want to hear that right now. She wants to watch the Olympics in peace.
No.
And also because it's a bit more useful to learn about the Spanish.
Also, it's much more interesting.
That's, you know, to each our own. If I want to become obsessed
Like, if you want to be obsessed with something, like, obviously, I am not in control of that. So, like, you can be obsessed with what you want to.
Yeah.
But I think the Spanish Civil War is much more interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the Spanish Civil War for, like, a bit. I mean, 20th century is the only century that I care about, but, you know, it's not quite true. But the one that I know most about historically and literarily. So I guess I'm going to continue down that path.
So if you're interested in a book club,
join my reading group. Don't. I can only run it if it's like the 3 people that I have planned. I'm so sorry. Don't join my reading group. It's secret.
That's hilariously like anti-booktube. Like, don't join my reading group.
Well,
Don't do it.
I made 2 booktube videos and I quit, so I think that.
Oh yeah,
that
you did make
fits
2.
with-
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I should have introduced you as I'm gay and I read.
Well, ex-gay.
Ex-gay and ex-read. You're not ex-gay. Like, that's the more important part.
Didn't I read a book recently? I did.
You
read a
did,
book
you did.
recently. I started
And guess
last
what? It
year,
was
but-
Sarah Schulman.
Yeah. Took me a month and a half.
Great. Thank you very much for being here and talking.
You're welcome. Oh, I haven't looked into the camera the entire time,
Oh,
just
really?
so you know.
Well, have you looked there?
Yeah,
You mean?
all
Oh,
the time,
okay. Oh,
yeah.
no, okay. I was going to say something to you, but I was like, you know.
No. Well, I'm gonna do it now though.
Oh,
and then
it's
hopefully
too much.
if we just edit out the part where we talked about it, people are gonna like end the video with this and they'll just think I've been doing it the whole time.
Let us know about your thoughts about what Murray talked about today in the comments if you want. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!